This is a map that shows different types of word problems that you're going to encounter this year. On the top, we have word problems that involve addition, and on the bottom, we have word problems that involve multiplication. Let's try this word problem. Sumali biked A miles in June. She biked B times that amount in July. How many miles did Sumali bike in July? So let's think about what type of problem this is. Remember, we're going to look in our multiplication box down here. And multiplication and division really go hand in hand, right? So we might solve with multiplication, we might solve with division. It depends on how we write our equation and what we're looking for. In this particular problem, we're comparing June to July. So we're going to be using this problem type right here. Let me write down compare. And I'm going to write a multiplication symbol next to compare, because we could also compare using addition. But this is a multiplicative relationship. Okay, so when we're comparing two sets, we're going to have the first set multiplied by a scale factor, and that will equal the second set. So in this case, June is going to be our first set. And then June multiplied by B is going to equal July. And you can see we're using this pattern right there from our map. So set A, what we started with, multiplied by our factor, which is B. We don't know what B is, but we know that she biked B times as much in July. That's going to equal July. June times B equals July. Now, in this particular case, we know that in June, she biked A miles. So let me put my A right here. So there's my equation. It's just that easy. A times B equals July. Beautiful. So this was a comparison problem. We wrote an equation. The equation is A times B equals July. Let's try another one. Lori buys A shirts for B dollars each. How much money did Lori spend on shirts? All right, so this time we have a bunch of shirts, maybe a few shirts. We're not sure how many. A shirts. They all cost the same amount. So here we really have equal groups. We have equal purchases because every shirt has the same price. So we're going to use our equal groups problem type. So we need our number of groups. In this case, that's going to be our number of shirts, and that's A. And then we're going to multiply that by our rate, and our rate is B dollars. That's the cost of each shirt, and that's going to equal our total. All right. I should also write down that this is an equal group problem. Now, did you notice that we're really using the same format that we did when we were comparing? And that's okay. So there are two different problem types. One talks about relationships between equal groups and the total. The other one talked about two different sets that were related by a factor, but we can use the same equation format to describe both of them. Okay, so here we have A times B equals our total. That's really very similar to our equation from the last problem, right? This is an equal group problem, and A times B equals a total is the equation that we can use to describe the amount of money that Lori spent on shirts.